Hello, and welcome back to another video. My name is Roxy from CreativeMamaDesigns.com, and today's video is another video in the Design With Me series, in which I show you how to quickly design an untapped and unsaturated product that you can sell on Etsy or on your own website or anywhere else online. So if that's something that you're interested in, then let's get started now. But before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure to download this terrific freebie. It's a dot grid journal. There are also several freebies in my description below, so make sure you snag all those before they become paid products. So the product we're going to be making today is a trending Thanksgiving savings challenge printable. Now, we are in the month of August, we are in fall, Thanksgiving is only around the corner, and so people are going to be looking at saving and the best ways and the most helpful resources that they can use to save up to have a really lovely Thanksgiving. This is a really great niche because it can be applied to lots of different themes, lots of different seasonal events. So once we've made this one, you could then repurpose it and make it into a Christmas savings challenge. You could make it into a New Year's savings challenge. You could make it into a birthday savings challenge. The ideas that you could use this for are limitless. Also, what I like to do, if you've seen any of my previous videos, is there are certain things I like to look at when I am looking for unsaturated, untapped products to delve into and create. The first thing I like to look at are results that are being returned from Etsy. I like to generally see anything that's less than about 3,000 results being returned from Etsy, because that denotes that it is unsaturated. It's not very competitive. It's not a really broad niche. It's quite niche down. I like to click into some of these and see if they are in anyone's baskets. So let's have a look. So as you can see, I've clicked into one and it's already in 11 baskets. It's just a really simple design. It's an A6 card, so I guess people would use it in a binder kind of capacity. And it's just some fall themed, Thanksgiving themed elements that have the numbers put inside them to denote how much is being saved up. And then I think with this one, these are black and white elements, so you would then color in each bit that denotes how much has been saved. So that's really a fun, interactive way of saving. This could even be used for kids as well as adults. So yeah, a really cool, fun niche, and that's going to be really helpful. So when I'm further validating a niche, so I've seen that on Etsy, there's not very many results being returned. I've seen that it's in people's baskets, which means people are interested in buying, whether they buy at the time or they come back and buy later. It just shows that there's traffic going towards this keyword, towards this particular niche. There are also several tools I use. This tool I'm going to show you today is called Sell Samurai, and it just comes up with some really cool data that helps me to really flesh out a niche and see whether it's something I do want to get into. So what I would do is I type in the keyword here, and then it comes up with all the data that is pulled from Etsy. This Etsy SV stands for Etsy search volume, this stands for Etsy click-through rate, and this stands for Etsy competition. But Etsy SV search volume, as long as it's showing a number here, as long as it's not zero, that's enough for me. That just shows that there is traffic going towards this keyword, towards this niche, and there are active buyers. The Etsy click-through rate, I generally like to see anything above about 5%. Just to show that people are clicking through, that they are buying, and that it is an engaged niche. Importantly, I like to see the competition numbers. Again, I like to look at anything that is less than 3,000. And the thing with Sell Samurai is that it's a bit more accurate when we are talking about competition terms. So when we looked over at Etsy, there were about 500 results that were coming back. But if you start to scroll through those pages, you're going to see that the products being returned are going to be less and less relevant to that particular Thanksgiving savings challenge keyword. And what Sell Samurai does, or what I've seen that it does, is it really does bring back the competition of products that are really targeting that Thanksgiving savings challenge keyword. So that's what's really great. And as you can see, this is only 265 here, so low hundreds, not even into the thousands. So this is definitely something that there is traffic going towards, people are putting it in their baskets, and the competition is low. So those are really good validation signals for me that this is an untapped, unsaturated niche. What I would then do is go and look at Etsy Most Trending to get more ideas. And as you can see, all of these ideas are really savings-based, challenge-based keywords. And they're actually super interesting. We've got 3K challenge, 2,000 savings challenge, 2,500 savings challenge, 5,000 savings challenge. Those are just, that's initially 3 ideas for completely different products that are going to be really easy to make and hone in on these particular keywords. So you could make a whole library of savings-based challenge products for your Etsy store really easily, which is quite exciting. So we are over in Canva now, and we are going to get our A6 custom size dimension that we will use for this savings challenge. Let me go across and see what A6 is. It's 4.1 by 5.8 inches. So we will do custom size, click that to inches, 4.1 by 5.8. Let me just double check, 5.8, and then create new design. So let's go Thanksgiving photo. Let's make sure it's free. Maybe we want a vertical kind of feel there, and we will just put something that's kind of really fall themed. I quite like that. So I've typed in fall. I have made sure I've clicked free and then vertical so that it fits nicely within this shape here. Let's see, I wouldn't mind something that looks a bit cartoonish, not too realistic. Say full background instead. So that's quite nice. Okay, no, it's not full enough. Full leaves. Okay, so that's quite nice. So that'll be our full background there. We don't want too much color because obviously they'll be printing it out as well. So let's go ahead and start to design the other different elements. So we'll type in fall, flip art, have a look at the graphics, make sure that it's free and then it's static as well. And we'll just scroll through and see what we can see. So at the moment, I'm not seeing anything that we would use for this. So I'm going to remove clip art and I'm just going to put fall in there and see if there's anything, because we kind of want something that's black and white. Okay, so I'm immediately seeing this pumpkin. So if you see something that you like the look of, usually you can click these three little dots here and it might give you the option to see more like this or view the collection. And that will, what it will then do, so let's view the collection now. It's going to bring up a whole bunch of other elements that are within that collection, same style, same look and feel, which is great if you are trying to create a product that is really uniformed and quite aesthetically pleasing. So let's go ahead and start putting these on our page now. So we want to choose elements that have enough space for us to be able to put the numbers in. Okay, so there are two ways we could arrange these. We could arrange them so that they are really symmetrical, and then we copy and paste that and just make it a line of them across the page. And then we do the same for the rest of them. Make sure that they are lined up. So we might need to make these slightly smaller so we can space them out a bit. And then we do the same with the pumpkin. And again with the acorn, I'm just copying and pasting and making sure that they are all in alignment. And then lastly with the turkey. Maybe you might just have 3 turkeys here. So these are all kind of in alignment, symmetrical, but you could also make it kind of a more random feel. And so what I'll do is copy this page, and then all I would do is just move them all around, mix them up a bit. So it really depends on your preference, what you think works better. So I'm just mixing these all up a bit. Rotating. As you can see, this is really straightforward at the moment. We might actually want to reduce the color in the back. So I've just clicked that background photo and I've just reduced the transparency here. and then I'll do the same. So now what we'll do is we'll put the different savings amounts within these, within the space within each element. So we'll press T for text, and then now this depends on personal preference, what type of save, how much you want to allow the saver to save. So there are different ways that you could do this. I'm going to show you this way first, which is that it's just the acorns represent $2. The leaves might represent 5. The slice of cake might be 10. This would be 15, 20, and 25. And then you copy and paste that. So with this one, because there's quite a few lines in there, this is what I would do. I'm going to press C for circle, turn that white, and then bring it over here. Just place it in the middle, because then that gives us some space to be able to put our monetary amount in there. And then we copy this, paste, put 5 there, copy and paste again, 5 here, paste again, 5, copy and paste again, 5. And then we'll just go ahead and do 10 here, and then 15 here, 20 and 25. So I'm going to pause the video and I will come back when I've done that. So now I'm back, and I have arranged the currencies within each element, so as you can see here and also here. What I might do is add a bit of a border, so I'm going to go over to elements, I will go to shapes, click the square shape, just click here so that there's a border. We'll make that weight 4 or 5. And then we want the inside of this box to be white, so we'll click that and then allow it to have no fill. Then we will just fill it out, make sure that it's at the edges, and then we'll give it a nice kind of full theme. So it just gives it a little bit more colour, a little bit more interest. We might want to make that slightly thicker, and that's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll copy that border again and bring it onto this one here. And then we can change the colour of that again to something slightly different if we want to. So as you can see now, these are 2 Thanksgiving themed savings challenge trackers. Really simple and easy to make. The other thing you could do with this is, so you could remove all the numbers and then allow the user to put their own currency amounts in each of these. So let me demonstrate what I mean. So we'd press T for text. So what we do here is we'd type goal. And then you just have a line. So L for line. Make it thinner, and then bring that there. Because people might have different goals, savings goals for Thanksgiving, so this gives them some more flexibility. And then it would be amount per, make it a bit smaller. So say their goal was $400 or $500, then they would just divide these up, and then so they'd have the goal there of 500, and then they'd have how much each of these is worth out of that 500. And what we then do is make sure that we remove these numbers here so that they can then use it as they please. So you could give them those 2 options. You could give them the option which has the numbers already put into there, and then you could have the blank option which they can then just customize in their own way. So as you can see, that's a really easy way of coming up with a quite novel but untapped and trending product. And the beauty of this is that you can then repurpose it for loads of different other seasons, different other events, and for different uses. If you check in the description below, you will get access to this template. So it's ready made, ready done for you. Just make a few changes with the fonts, the color scheme, but yeah, it's just ready to go template for you as a gift. And if you are interested in really delving into that savings challenge niche, then you definitely want to check out my savings challenge bundle templates. There are 20 different types of templates. We've got savings challenge, tracker, holiday fund, dream fund, house fund, wedding fund, pet fund. So like I said before, that Thanksgiving savings tracker could be really easily repurposed, but these ones are ready to go, ready made, in various different niches. So definitely check that link out in the description below if you're interested in learning more. Well, that's it from me today. I hope you got some value from this video. I love making these design with me videos, so please stick around and keep looking out for the next video in this series. Until next time, all the very best.